That was beautiful. I hope that I can speak through the tears that beautiful music brought to my eyes. It takes a child to raise a village. This little story is called Hope for the Flowers. After hearing the word butterfly, something inside the little caterpillar started to quiver. And she knew that it was something special. And the little caterpillar, whose name was Yellow, said, "Tell me, great one, what is a butterfly?" The great one says, "It is what you are meant to become. It flies with beautiful wings and joins earth to heaven. It drinks only the nectar from the flowers and carries the seeds of love from one flower to the next." The little caterpillar says, "How can I believe that there's a caterpillar in me when all I see is a fuzzy worm? How does one become a butterfly?" The great one says, You must want to fly so much that you are willing to give up being a caterpillar." The little caterpillar says, "You mean that I must die to being a caterpillar?" The great one says, "Yes and no. What looks like you will die is that you will still really live. Life is changed, not taken away. It isn't different from being those who die without becoming butterflies." The little caterpillar says, "What if I decide to be a caterpillar? What do I do?" The great one says, "Watch me. I am making a cocoon. It looks like I am hiding, I know, but a cocoon is no escape. It's an in-between place where change takes place. It's a big steps since once you begin it, you can never return to caterpillar life. And during the change, it will seem to you, and possibly others who are watching you, that nothing is happening. But the butterfly is already becoming. It just takes time." So we begin our journeys as caterpillars. We begin our journey to find that right tree, and we climb up that tree until we find a strong branch to hold our weight. And then we suspend ourselves and we begin to weave our cocoon. And we begin to bring forth that butterfly that's within us. And we begin to look for new ways to live our life. True for you. Have you noticed that you have a desire within you to live your life differently than you did in the past? You might ask, how does one go about becoming a butterfly? Well, we're all in various stages of developing our butterfly consciousness. And it begins to appear when you start to find yourself saying, you know what, I can't do things like I used to do, right? I can't continue not forgiving the people in my past, right? When you realize that you have to be the presence of love in your life, and that's who you are. And doesn't it feel like this little trickle that begins within you, becomes with an awareness within you? As little caterpillars, we start to realize that there is a shift happening in our consciousness, in our thinking, in the way that we are being in the world. We start to realize that, and we see the world and its countries, its people, its races, its religions as one. As our caterpillar consciousness grows, we begin to appreciate all religions, whether Christian or Muslim or unity or or Jewish, whatever we are, we see that we are one. And this is a movement that we're a part of that's happening all over this planet as we start to drop the separations and the illusions that have kept us to feel separate. The truth is we are one in God. There comes to a place when we realize that we are all walking down one path. It may look a little bit different, but that path is going to have us end up discovering the same Father. In our evolution of God consciousness, we realize that we are here in these bodies to heal. We begin that by healing ourselves, becoming aware of our thoughts and our error thinking, our old beliefs that don't serve us anymore. And then once we sort of capture that idea, then we start to realize, you know what? My next job is to take that healing out here, to take it into our relationships, into our families, into the world, into the places that we work, and to be the presence of God in those places. We are one. It takes a child to raise a village. Children do not judge a person because of their race. It's adults who teach their children that some races are superior. Children do not pick who they will play with based on other children's color. It's adults who influence their choices. Children do not base their friendships on creed or religion. It's adults who tell them one religion is better than another. Our experience of life on this planet is an outward expression of our inward thinking. What we think, what we feel on the outside, and how we express that into the world is how we affect the world. We can change our inward thoughts and our inward beliefs so that we can be and act differently in the world, so that we can be the presence of love in the world, so that we can practice forgiveness, so we can be here totally for each other. When we discover the presence of love within ourselves, we'll see it in the world. When we can discover that peace within ourselves, we will see it in the world. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 5, verses 14 to 16, "You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a basket." How stupid would that be? Instead, they put it on a light stand so that it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before men and women so that so that they may see your good deeds and praise your Father who is in heaven. I like what Jesus said in Mark chapter 10, verse 15. Whoever does not welcome the kingdom of God like a little child will certainly never enter it. It takes a child to raise a village. When we can see the world and act in the world with the acceptance and love of a child, we will experience the kingdom of heaven. Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is where? And where? It's at hand. It's not out there. It's right here. We are creating the kingdom of heaven with our thoughts, with our beliefs, with our words. This is the kingdom of heaven, folks. We are in it. The child that is raising this village is you. The child that's raising this village is you. It is me. It's the consciousness of all of us as we stand together in peace and love today and take this message into the world as we teach our children a new way of being in the world. We create love and we create peace in the world. You know in your heart that you are a butterfly. Don't you know that? Don't you feel that? That's why you're here. That's why you go to church. Because you know that this gift of love that you have in your heart is the presence and the power of God that wants to express through you and be the light of the world. You know in your soul that you are the light of the world. Whether you're Christian or Muslim or Jewish, you know that that presence of God is within you and desires to express through you. When you feel that quiver, we can't do anything else. We can't go back to being a caterpillar. So take the truths taught by children and let them be your teachers. Take the light from under your basket, because if you don't, it's going to get really hot. And put that light on a lampstand in front of you to be the light that lights your life and lights the village of this planet that we live in, because that's how we will discover peace. That's how we will discover love, by being the presence of God in the world. You are your Father's child. Go forth and shine your Father's light. I am my Father's child, and I shine brightly in the world. All right, now you get to say that. I am my Father's child, and I shine brightly in the world. God bless you.